All you have to do is go to hsn.com, type in HSN card, or call the 800 number you saw on the screen, and our team will take care of you. It's really easy to do. Take advantage of the VIP financing. All right, so next up we have from Bell and Howell. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, do you have enough outlets in your home? Are you fighting over outlets? Are your outlets protected from surges? Maybe, maybe not. This is the 2-pack 4-port surge protector with nightlight from Bell and Howell. Now, they've been taking care of us in everything to do with lighting for, gosh, I think over 117 years. So this is going to be a convenient and stylish way to keep your devices powered, but also protected. It's functional, it's safe, and also super convenient to use. Now, you are getting the 2-pack that you are seeing here, and they come individually boxed, as you see. Well, you'll see in a moment. $34.99 on this incredible sale price. $7 gets it home on a FlexPay, and shipping and handling is free. Chad Allen is with us, everyone. Hey, Chad, you got a vest on. Are you cold?
Good morning.
It's cold out.
I'm boarding a flight in 45 minutes. To the cold, so I have to dress for the destination.
He loves us so much that he said, I am gonna come here and risk not getting on my flight.
That is true.
And I'm not jinxing you, I'm knocking on wood right now.
But when we would vacation in college, all of our parents would say, no, no, you dress for the destination. And so that's just been stuck in my mind of never dress for where you're leaving, dress for where you're going.
It's cute though, I like it.
Thank you. This is great. This is our newest, latest, brand new launch. We've upgraded all of our electronics from Bell and Howell, and we've always presented surge protectors here for like the last 5 or 6 or 7 years, because we always need more outlets, and usually you see things like this, right? And I'll get to these in a minute, but why do you ever buy things like this? Because you need more plugs. And so now when it was time to re-engineer and remanufacture our electronics at Bell and Howell, we said we got to give them the latest. So what worked in the past? Well, an item that went directly on the plug, that hung right to the plug where it didn't take up any counter space, didn't have a cord, and it was a very slim silhouette. Those have always done really well for us. So we said, what do we do now? Well, we got to add the rapid charging USB port, but because it's 2025, let's put a USB-C port in this as well. We've had things that had night lights before. There's an LED right there. However, you never were able to turn off the night light before, and now you can. So now this little slim surge protector has 2 of your 3-prong grounded outlets, a USB-A, which is what we are used to seeing, right? And then a USB-C, which is the future of everything. Everything right here, these 4 ports are all you'll ever need again in this slim, compact design times 2. And so now we've given you everything you ever need without taking up any counter space, without a cord, anything like that. A couple of things I want to point out is, if you have a power strip or a regular surge protector, and if you want to, you can go grab it, and if you look on the back, it'll tell you the year it was manufactured. Everybody has to do that. It's a requirement by law. If it was more than 5 years old, if it is more than 5 years old, it's expired.
Oh.
That's a point blank, period, exclamation point, it's expired. It's still gonna work to power your device. I could plug this in right now, it will still work to power. What it's not doing is protecting. What do I mean? Inside of these things, even ours, there's a little power bank on the inside. And every time it takes a hit, a surge of power, a flicker of light, it's taking a hit every time, and then it fills up and it's no good anymore. It will still power your device, but it will no longer protect you.
Oh.
So take a look at the video. We're talking about phones, tablets, computers, lamps, hair dryers. It doesn't matter what's plugged in. What really matters is what you're risking. And if you're not plugging those things into a surge protector, you are risking losing it, because electronic devices can malfunction and fry if there's a surge of power. That's proven. With this, you know you're protected for the next 5 years. So, Suming, what I love to do with hosts as we present surge protectors and say, what if we changed all the graphics and it says, we're selling you surge protection for 5 years? Wouldn't that be worth the price of admission?
I mean, it definitely would. I'm thinking about all my big screen TVs right now, Chad, that maybe are not sitting on a surge protected outlet right now because I didn't check the expiration on there. I didn't know it's 5 years. So think about that right now. If you look around your home, look at your outlets, right? So do you want more outlet space? Do you want the ability to charge devices? Yes, but you want them to be protected. What protection do your devices have right now? I'm sure we pay a lot of money, right, for our electronics, and then one thing happens, right? Maybe it's lightning, maybe it's a storm. I mean, it could be anything now. Power outages happen all the time, all across the country. You don't want to be stuck and then say, I could have, would have, should have gotten this surge protector. And of course, then it's you know, going to be a charger for us and everything.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we are turning one plug into four.
Right.
Plus, you don't lose the top plug. Like if you plug this into the bottom part of your outlet, you still have the top port available, plus you gain 4 more, plus you gain a nightlight. If I could just give a couple of educational things, whether you're buying mine or anybody else's, if you're looking for rapid charging USB ports, we have them. And so you could take your phone charger and plug it in all day long into the regular outlet there, right? And I don't, even though that's a big chunky brick, I plug it in there, this one's still exposed. There's plenty of space in between. I don't want you to do that though. What do I mean? I want you to take your actual phone cord out of that brick, and I want you to plug it directly into our USB port instead of using this. Why? Because these regulate your speed. On the back of this, it says it's 1 amp.
Oh.
Ours are 2.1 amp. That's twice the speed as this little brick. These have a job to do, and it is to regulate your speed because they're never sure where you're gonna plug this in. Ours knows what you're plugging in because we built in the USB port and we control it with the whole box. There's a computer chip. And so now I've just doubled my speed by not using these and plugging it directly into ours. Now some of you just said, well, I don't have that anymore. I'm a new phone user. Well, even if you have a USB-C, those tiny ones, that's what fits into the orange port. And that's still gonna be rapid charging. So now I have 2 devices plugged in. I have 2 more there for my hair dryer and flat iron, for my toaster oven and my lamp on my counter. Anything can be used, but if we lower the lights here in the studio, I'd love to show you the night light. It's a beautiful warm light night light that comes on when it gets dark in your house, that you can dim, and that goes off when it's light. So every night, maybe you go to bed early, and when the sun goes down and it's dark in the house, and you want to get up to use the bathroom, it will automatically come on for you. You don't have to do anything once it's dark in your house. And if I put my hand there, you can see, let's just turn this on. Do I have power here? I do have power. There we go. And so if it gets a little darker in your house, you'll notice that the night light will automatically come on. And then what ends up happening is you have this in your house, but if you want to turn it off, you can do that. If you want to turn it on, you can do that. And then if I hold it, watch what happens. It's reading some of the light from in front of us there, so it's flashing. But if I want to lower it down here, I just hold it and it will dim. It's just reading the light in front of our monitors, guys.
Right,
so
right.
it's
Yeah,
gonna,
we have light in here, so it's going to be.
It's starting to think that sun's coming back up is what's happening, and that's okay. You get the idea here in the video. You dim it down. We're in a TV studio. That's going to happen. But your phones, your tablets, your computers, okay, those are very sensitive to surges of power. So at the end of the day, yes, plenty of plugs. You're getting great lighting, or you're getting great plugs to plug in your devices.
Yeah.
What you are not doing is protecting your device when you plug it into a regular outlet, okay? Unless you have built in a surge protector into your home, this is your chance to do it, okay? $34.99. So I mean, we were talking about this in our focus groups of why people purchase surge protectors.
Yeah.
Regret.
Oh.
Regret. It was so interesting to hear all the feedback because they were like, oh, even like Marlo Smith and Debbie Denman, who I've worked with, they could be part of our focus group. Like, I lost a hairdryer.
Yeah.
It didn't cost much money. Maybe it was 30, 40 bucks, but I still had to replace it.
Right.
You do that time and time again. Now, what if it was the 85-inch TV?
Yeah.
What if it was the $500 computer or the iPad or the phone? Everyone has a different story. And in that focus group, I think it was like 85% said, I didn't have one, and I lost something got ruined, and now I will never live without them. Oh. And so that was all under the regret column. Like 85% of people purchase these because they've had a bad experience.
Well, don't let that be you, right? I mean, for $34.99, remember, you're getting a 2-pack. So even for this price, I would say think about the outlets in your home, right, to protect them all. Maybe you just want to start off with getting a 2-pack, but for this price, I would say maybe double up, because then you would get 4, and then you can cover up some of those other areas in the home. Now, yes, it's surge protection, but also, like Chad was saying, you're freeing up space, right? You're not having to unplug one device to plug another one in. Chad, I think about my kids. They're always arguing, and then we play the game of how much percent is yours? Like, no, it's no, I need to charge my phone, and I come and they've unplugged it and plugged in something else because we didn't have enough outlet space.
That's the root cause of all the problems, is never enough outlets in your home. I live in an apartment downtown Tampa. It was built in 2020. It's a brand new building. I just rent it. They put 1 outlet in the bathroom. They put 2 outlets in the kitchen. I'm like, we had all the opportunity in the world, whoever built this building, to make it right, and we're still not doing it. And so this is how you install it. Are you ready for this? Don't blink. And so you take one of your outlets. There's a beautiful faceplate here. It's not like you have to take this off or unscrew anything. It's just 1 3-prong outlet on the back. I could put it on the top, but I'm going to cover that bottom outlet. Don't do that. Put it right here in the bottom. because now I took one plug and turned it into 1, 2, 3, 4, but I didn't lose that top one. So one outlet just became 5. If you just missed that, all you do is you got to have a 3-prong plug, which, by the way, in previous versions, you know, the GCI or GFI plugs that have the button?
Yeah.
GFI, thank you, Rebecca. The GFI plugs that have the buttons in the middle, like in your bathroom and stuff, you couldn't use our previous surge protectors.
Oh.
They were too big. This one fits there. I did it in my kitchen. I did it in my bathroom. I already tested it. We just don't have those kind of plugs here on these props.
Right.
But it doesn't matter. Look at the big metal faceplate. This unit has been tested by a million different homes. I mean, honestly, we've tested it almost everywhere in the country to make sure that everyone is able to utilize the best plugs they can and get the GFI whenever they want to do that, which is just fantastic. And what I know is, although you need more plugs, college kids need more plugs, teachers need more plugs, I want you to keep an idea going about the surge protection.
Right.
It's still winter. There's no snow falling on power lines. When power lines get snow on them, you just have that little bit of flicker. I'm not talking like you even notice.
Yeah.
That is still a surge of power into your home.
It's still hitting, right?
It's still hitting, which means it's still filling up that little power bank on the inside, and there is no company in the world that can guarantee. You can put it in your search browser, your Google, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Mine, theirs, it doesn't matter whose it is. Nobody has a test that will last longer than 5 years of surge protection, and in fact, it's 3 to 5 years, but we always give everyone the benefit of the doubt at HSN. We say everyone did it the best.
Right,
and
right,
5 years is the max. So if you're not sure which year you purchased your power strip or your surge protector, they're going to try to hide it from you, I promise you. Not us, we give you very specific dates. But there's a little arrow, and this says 1995. 1995 that this was manufactured.
That might be how old mine is, Chad.
I mean,
I don't know.
And then you look at this and you go, yeah, that can't be 30 years old. It's exactly 30 years old. Like,
Right.
that's almost a joke, right? You think like, no, I just bought that.
Right.
No, you bought it 30 years ago.
And so think about that right now. If you're sitting at home, maybe you're sitting at the office at work, maybe anywhere you are right now, look at your outlets. Take a look. Think about those power strips that you have. How old are they? If you can't answer that question, then they're too old,
yes.
right? So protect yourself. What a small way to have such a large impact to protect your devices, but also give you the ability to have now 5 different ports, right? Because 4 different ports just by plugging one in. And it has the coveted USB-C that we always talk about, Chad, because not everyone has that one either. But you could be in the kitchen, the bathroom, the night light. I think that is so good, Chad, because if you're walking down the hallway at night, you don't have to have an additional light. If you're in the bathroom, maybe you don't want to wake everyone up in the bedroom. You have that beautiful night light. The office, right? The garage, the dorm. Where wouldn't you use this? That's the question.
Yes, I mean, if you have a teacher in your life or somebody who works in a cubicle or an office, there's never enough plugs there. You do get 2, and I know I keep showing one, but you do get 2.
Right.
So you can split them up. They work independently, of course. You give all the outlets you need. This is the only device Bell & Howell has ever made, and we've been in business 117 years, that gives you the USB-C. Which is the latest and greatest. The USB-A, which is the regular USB that we're all used to. That's called a USB-A. And then we have 2 AC outlets, which are your 3-prong grounded outlets. They're not even the regular, just 2-prong. Because you're plugging this into a 3-prong outlet. It's okay no matter what the outlet. Leave the faceplate on. Have baseboards like you see there. It's not interfering with anything like that. A couple of the tips and tricks if you missed them. We always buy surge protection because we need more outlets, right? We end up buying a surge protection without realizing it because you buy a power strip. 99% of the time it's good to have surge protection built in. However, what we don't always realize is that the little bricks we're using for our everyday life, our phones and things like that, regulate our speed. So we end up plugging things in, and then we think it's the device we bought that's the problem. It's usually these little bricks that are a problem that slow down your speed. You know, it's not your computer that's slow, it's your internet that's slow. Oh wait, no, it's never the internet that's slow. It's your computer that's slow. That's what Aaron Berger would always say, right? Because we always think it's what we bought, when really it can be upgraded. This is how you upgrade your outlets. Plug your USB port directly into ours, stop using these little bricks. Now I just doubled my speed. What does that mean? That means I just cut my charging time in half because these are 1 amp, ours are 2.1 amp. The USB-C is rapid charging as well. Here's also everything you plug into here, whether it's in your regular outlets, whether it's your USB, all surge protected, but all have the overheat protection. So, you know, the old school days where we say don't leave things plugged in overnight. Don't leave them when you go to bed plugged in because you could ruin your battery.
Right.
No more. There's computer chips on the inside of these. Almost every manufacturer has computer chips on the inside of these that know when it's fully charged and will stop sending the power there, so you'll never overcharge your device. That's not just mine, that's everybody's, so you don't have to really worry about that kind of thing anymore. And then when you're plugging in, I asked him how much this phone cost. This phone was $1,000. And I thought, I'm gonna plug this $1,000 phone into an outlet and then there's a lightning storm and I might ruin it.
Oh my gosh.
No, why would you ever do that when all you have to do is not plug it in to a regular outlet, instead plug it into ours. Why? Because does that even look much different? Like
No.
if this is your wall of your house, right? And this is not taking up more space on your counter.
It's sleek.
Your couch can go right next to it. It's not sticking out, anything like that. I have sold devices that I needed you to set it on your counter. I needed you to have space for a 10-foot cord. I needed you to have that. I needed you to have this. No, this hangs on to the actual outlet. It doesn't take up any extra space. You're not having to pick it up to dust the floor or mop the floor underneath it. And then all you do when you get it home is plug in anything you need, and you just rest assured, peace of mind, that you are surge protected for the next 5 years. And please note, I'm gonna be here hopefully in 5 years saying with Suming,
Yeah.
I need you to buy another one.
Right.
So mark the date down, but in fact, it's on the back. It'll tell you the year it was manufactured. 5 years from the day you start using it, it's time to pick up a new one. So if you're not sure which year you purchase yours, today is your day to upgrade.
Definitely. You're going to be protected, right? Remember, this is going to be safe, it's functional, but this is also stylish, right? You're keeping your devices powered, but also protected. That is the big thing here. And right now, remember, take a look, and maybe you're not home right now, but you're thinking about it. When you get home, go and do an inventory of those devices in your house that you are, maybe don't have them plugged into a power bar. Maybe the surge protection, and probably because if you're like me and haven't looked and it's been 10, 15, 20 years, that's something that you need to do. So this is going to keep your devices safe. I mean, what an investment. $34.99. It's $7 to get home on FlexPay. You're getting the 2-pack. This is an investment to protect all of the devices you have. How many thousands of dollars was your phone? How many thousands of dollars were your multiple TVs in your house? How would you feel if you could have got this, use this, and then when a lightning strike happened or a storm happened, right? And then you're protected. If you're not, you don't want to be one of those people in the study that Chad was talking about with regret, because now you have to replace a $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 worth of electronics in your home when all you could have done was invested $34.99 to ensure that your devices were protected.